Hey everyone, welcome back to Purbeck, and welcome to basically mid-autumn now.
Hello everybody, how is everyone doing?
Obviously, a brother of mine is here, and quite a lot's happened, and there's been quite a jump for you guys, because there's been hardly any recordings.
Quite a series of events.
Yeah, mainly because Matt here had an accident, no fault of his own.
I did.
With the same, due to a drunk driver down on narrow lanes, which writ off the same because the whole front axle came off and everything. Smashed Matt's leg up, so he hasn't been working for about 3 months. So everything's kind of been rushing around between me, Dave down the yard at the sheep farm, and various other people coming to help because he's been basically led in bed for 3 months until he could actually come back to work because his leg's been terrible.
I have been bedbound.
So yeah, we obviously the same was a write-off. We got insurance for it. We
quite a hefty sum.
Yeah, well, we only had it like a couple of weeks. Then
Before
we got
you went and bought things.
Yeah, exactly. Then we went and got rid of the Fendt 514 because that then meant we could buy the Puma 165. Yes, it's second hand still, and it actually has less power than the 818. But yeah, we needed another tractor. This was the closest thing down the dealer that we could afford that had any sort of power. And it left us with some cash left over. So at the yards there is now a Massey Ferguson 265, and for any of you watching the earlier vlogs would have seen that we had a 175 Massey, but we got rid of the 175 as a part exchange with some cash to get the 265, just so we had a little bit more of power in our sort of yard tractor, day-to-day sort of tractor through the winter on the feeder and stuff. So yeah, now you join us in a field of wheat, which we're halfway done, and Matt will explain to you why half of it is chopped, half of it is straw.
Yes, so basically everybody, the reason why half of it is straw and half of it is chopped is because we got contacted by a local farmer in the area, and he has requested for us to bale some of our field for him. Now we couldn't do any more bales because Matt here has said that we've essentially reached our bale limit.
Well, we've got enough to last through the winter now for us.
Yes, so we decided to chop this half, and we're gonna bale that half for him because it's the bigger, it's got more on there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bale that bit over there, and hopefully during this video get them down to him.
Yeah, and by the way, the dually trailer in front of us here, that's Dave's. We're just borrowing it just because we don't know how much of this field we'll get done in this vlog, but we have got one more wheat field left for the season, which is just going to be all chopped because no one wants the straw, so we're just going to chop it. And obviously we got our Marston on the back of the case. Now I'm carting, because Matt is combine man, I've been baler man all summer. Probably in the next vlog you're actually going to see Matt do some baling for just to end off the summer, because I'm going to do hedge cutting and because we've started preparing fields to seed. So we're kind of doing bits of everything, working with the weather right now, and it's a push on to the last couple of bits. So we got to load this Marston trailer's loaded, so I'm going to do an empty it and Matt's going to carry on combining.
I am indeed.
Now
so
if you fill up, Matt, just unload it into that wagon, because I'll leave this wagon back at the yard ready for the next wheat field, because that one is bigger than our one.
That's fine.
So that's six.
I shall do that.
Well, Dave's is a 16 ton, ours is only a 10, so
we've already filled up our one, by the way, everyone.
And there is already some in the dually, but the rest of this field should go into it.
Yep, that seems good by me.
Crack on.
I'll see you when you get back.
Now we have got a CB in here, guys, and there is obviously a CB in the trombone, so we can talk to each other. So yeah, we'll get on and dump this at the drain pit. Now we'll get some beacons on, so we're going down the road, and we don't want the accidents to happen again. Matt will get on the CB to us when he's in the cab of the combine, which it looks like he's firing up now. Now we've just had dinner, well, tea to some people call it dinner, so we could push on for the rest of the evening. So whether we're vlogging when it's dark still, who knows. But
hello. All right.
Pushing on.
Yeah. Decent.
Just explaining to everyone that we'll probably be going into the night tonight as it's dry.
Yeah, and it's already what, 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it's about 20 past 6, something like that. So.
Yeah.
But
right then.
This tractor may look modernised, but it is second hand, and it actually does have, it's got like 15 to 20 less horsepower than the 818, so it's not like we've spent loads of cash, because we haven't. Obviously a lot of insurance, and then obviously the 514 went, so it's just a case if we needed another tractor that could do winter work. And obviously that's the reason why the same was bought, but obviously that got smashed up.
Yeah.
Again, no fault of Matt's, but you know, can't help it. Idiots on the road nowadays. He came off a lot worse, but we obviously don't know what happened to him, so.
No, I think he lost his license, to be honest, which...
I'm not surprised, he was drunk.
Good. It's a good thing he lost it.
Indeed. But yeah, so that's the reason, guys, why there's not really been any vlogs or anything, because there's been nothing, there's been no time really.
Well, Matt's had to look after me.
I've had to look after Matt, plus do hay, pick up hay. Dave's come over and helped as well, so it's kind of been a bit hectic.
It has indeed. But I have said to Matt that I'll take over baling for this one for him, just so he can have a break.
Yeah, because whilst he's baling, guys, I'm going to do a hedge cutting, plus I'll do it on the telehandler. And
pick up the bales?
Yeah, and start picking up bales while you're baling, because obviously we've been having to do it baling, then pick up after the field's done, but if we got rain inbound.
Yeah. I mean, I can't remember when they said it was going to be raining. Well, I know it's in a couple of days.
Yeah, well, this is our last push of the summer, as it were.
Yeah.
So, last push of the summer, so we'll get these last 2 fields done. There is a field of soybeans, but we don't know if we're going to harvest them yet, or whether they're contractor. That's something completely different. That's the first season of doing it, and they're not great, so we don't know if we want them yet.
Wow.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, play by sight at it in this case, innit?
Indeed. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the Marston trailer in the yard for now.
Yeah.
Then when we move over to the other field down by the cell yard, I'll pick it back up and bring it on over.
That sounds good to me.
Our trailer's a little bit more manoeuvrable than Dave's.
Yeah, that's true.
Dave's is a 16 ton, ours is a 10 ton.
Yeah.
The difference is I can see over the top of our trailer when loading, like side loading. Can't on Dave's.
No, that's right. I think I'm gonna have to put a service on this thing soon.
Yeah, end of season service at the end.
Yeah. I think there's something wrong with the reversing beep.
Wouldn't surprise me. What percentage you reckon in the drain tank?
I would probably say about half.
That's not too bad though.
It's pretty
Did you
decent.
have to unload whilst I was gone?
No,
That's not too bad.
I did not, no.
Right then. I'll let you press on a minute.
Okay. Are you hooking up to the 16 ton?
Yeah, I'm on the 16 ton now.
Right. Where's the 10?
Back at yard. I left the Marston there, didn't I? That's what I was just saying.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry.
It's been a long day, guys.
Yeah. We've been out cultivating.
Yeah, it was cultivating this morning, then obviously it dried up enough for us to do this.
Yeah. It's been one hell of a day.
We ain't finished yet, so I've got another field to do.
Okay, one hell of a day so far.
But yeah, so basically the 818 is obviously still a power horse to the farm, but got a little bit more of a modern one now.
It's still the workhorse of the fleet, but the case is slowly working its way through the ranks.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's earning back the money we paid for it, that's for sure.
Well, that's it.
Alright, well I'm gonna wait up the other end of the field for when you get back up.
Okay.
Alright then. Alright, we'll just wait here for Matt dies when he comes back up. Hopefully he doesn't fill up on the way up.
Nah, I'm about 3/4 now.
Ah, that's alright. Well, we can see him just coming over the hill. Right then. Making some progress across this field considering the time we started.
Indeed. But I'm gonna need to unload.
That's alright.
I'm at practically full capacity now.
It's alright then.
Right, where are you? You're
Right,
there.
yeah, I'm right next to you. Do you want to unload before going? Because I'll drive forward and back under.
Yeah, sure. What I'll do is I'll get lined up.
Yeah, sure. Get some lights on.
Indeed. Do you want to go forward a little bit and I'll just a bit more? Just there. Stop.
Lovely
Nice
stuff.
one. Certainly so we can get it levelled on the brake, see?
Yeah, mate.
Right, there you go.
Alright then.
Don't know what you want to do with that, whether you want to take it back to yard now or
Nah, I'll let you go.
wait.
I'll wait
Okay.
around. What we will do though, guys, is turn the rear lights off again. We don't need them on at a second. We can see Matt press on.
I think the bulbs need to be changed in the headlights as well on this.
Yeah, it's the old style headlights on this thing. On that thing, sorry.
Yeah. Also, they're not as bright as they were last harvest.
Yeah. To be fair, we've not had to do a lot of night work because we kind of got everything done in the day. We had quite a good spell of weather, but recently it's got really poor then.
Yeah, it's because it's getting close to winter now.
Yeah, exactly.
So the nights are going to start getting earlier. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're using Dave's trade just so it's a bit easier as we're doing, especially when we do to the next field. It's quite far away, so when I'm unloading, if Matt needs to unload, he's got another widen. It's probably something we need to invest in after this summer. When we sell the grain, maybe get another smaller widen.
Seems fair.
Maybe another Marston or something, just so we got 2 widens this time next year. As we're planting double of what we planted this year, so.
Yeah. Right, if you'll kindly bear with me a second, I'm just getting the radio on.
It's all good. Right. You en route?
I will be just now.
Right. I'm just going to hop out the cab a minute so I won't be able to talk.
Okay.
Right. So, obviously we can see Dave's wider here. Quite a lot of lights on this thing. I know when he's got the sidage sides on, the whole back lights up, it's got beacons on the back. It suits our well, it suits the tractor, but just a little bit. As we can see, Matt coming out. Any little bits that are missed as well, guys, with it cut up at the end just for the drain. As you can see there's some birds in front of us there. You can tell this straw isn't great. It's not as good as our home ground. That was good. The barley was actually terrible straw wise. The wheat was the best thing to get bales out of this year, which is quite surprising. But Matt's been on the combine since his injury. For most of it, I opened up the barley fields and about half of it, and then he took over after the doctor signed him off. Mind you, there wasn't going to be a lot to keep him back from actually doing anything. Because that's his main job for the summer, so it's kind of a case of it doesn't really matter what the doctor said, yeah, you can do about the work or not, he was going to do it anyway. But hey ho, we shall get back in the cab. Alright, I'm back.
Decent.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna come and unload next to you on the move, right?
Okay. Well, I'm not really full just yet.
Nah, that's alright, I'll just keep coming alongside you.
Okay, I'll check the wagon, the
Auger out.
Yeah, the auger. I nearly said the auger wagon, sorry.
It's alright.
See if you could try and aim it so it jumps in the back.
Put the bit in the front first.
Okay. I just thought it might help you with braking.
Yeah, no, it will. But I need a little bit at the front just so the back wheels of the tractor got some traction as well. Unload when we get to the end, it'll be easier for us. There we go.
Sorry, I was just spreading out the swath. Right, I'm empty.
Copy that. Alright. How much is left of this field?
Quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm just going to turn around in front of you a minute. I don't know about the field anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a fair amount out here. You may see the other field to do those, you may not, but judging by the fact we still got all this and it's 7:30, I have no idea.
It's 60% likely that you won't.
Yeah, I mean there's a little dead patch here, but you can see how dark it's got already, guys. I mean, you know, the headlights is what's being able to keep us to actually see where we're doing. And you can see Matt's headlights coming across the field there. So we've got a fair amount left. I don't know if there's going to be too many bales out of this field, if I'm honest. I mean, this is now going to sit overnight. Obviously, we're not going to get the bale out of tonight. So it's going to get a little damp, but hopefully no rain overnight. So that would not be ideal. And hopefully tomorrow we can get in the last field, and then by tomorrow evening we can be out here baling. Hopefully, that's the plan.
That is the plan.
Now also, guys, you'll probably notice that there's no tram lines out here. That's because this is an organic crop, which means it relies on obviously the nutrients and fertilizer that you put in, that, you know, green wise. So this chopped will help for next year's organic crop. This field's always an organic field. It's got no herbicide or fertilizer that's man-made put onto it. So this is for organic customers, and will go off to make organic products. Whereas obviously our homeland and stuff all have tram lines because we spray it when needed.
Indeed.
But this just gets mud spreaded or slurried. Obviously this chopped straw goes straight back in the ground and acts as a green manure nutrient as well. So it doesn't do too bad, but I think this year's wheat has been terrible in this field. Compared to ours, our wheat was good, and this is terrible. It does make a difference of what man-made can do compared to just organic.
Agreed.
I mean, you've been the one harvesting it all, and you know, in our wheat field we were filling up every 3 or 4 rows, and our fields was smaller than this of wheat, and we made 24 bales off of that. We'd be lucky to make 24 bales off of what we cut in this field.
We'd be lucky to make any more than 20.
Yeah, so I mean, again, these bales aren't for us, just the grain is. You know, whoever else wants this straw, they buy it off the ground, we bale it up, they either come pick it up or we deliver it. But at the end of the day, we do say, you know, we can't control what the crop gives out, we can only give an estimation.
Indeed.
So unfortunately,
we estimated that this was going to be a good crop, but no, that turned out.
The thing is, where we test it is on the headlands. The headlands are good.
Yeah.
The headlands are good, but obviously that's not where the straw. They don't want the straw from the headlands, so they just wanted it from the middle piece. So
just because the headlands were good doesn't mean the
no,
actual swath through The centre is.
Unfortunately, the middle was pretty poor crop-wise.
Yeah.
What percentage you at then?
Let me look at the computer a second. I'm about 50.
Alright, well, I'll follow you down this one. We'll unload at the bottom of the den.
Copy that.
The only good thing about this tractor, guys, is obviously the gearbox in it is all electronic. Like the 818, and obviously the same that we had in the 514 were all manual gearboxes. Unfortunately, the same wasn't here for long because that was a good tractor. Obviously, we did a bit of we did some grass work with it, and that was all you guys saw of it after we picked up from the auction. But there was so much that went on, you know, and unfortunately, the same bit the dust.
Don't drink and drive, everyone.
Indeed. Right, I'll follow you down the field. But yeah, you can see the crop that I'm driving on now, guys. You can see how patchy and flat it is. It's not great. It's not great at all. Not saying all organic crop is bad, but sometimes man-made fertilizer does help. But organic product does make it a bit easier, because we don't have to care for it all year round. It's in the hands of nature.
Indeed. The hands of good old Mum Nature.
Alright. I'll get my work lights on to make it easier for you to see. You put your pipe out a minute, so I know I'm not going to clout the top of the case. That would be the last thing I want.
Yeah.
To smash the roof of the case and Dave's trailer. Especially when he needs this for his maize and everything that's coming up in the next coming weeks.
Are we cutting his maize as well or not?
No, he's got a contractor coming in. We got our own maize to get in anyway.
That's true.
Which obviously a contractor has to come and do. Right. Well, guys, I think what we're going to do is I'm going to take this load to this trailer's, you know, 3/4 full, something like that. It's got a lot of weight to it, and it's getting rather dark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head up back to the yard with this wagon. Matt's going to carry on until it gets too damp, which
Indeed.
I would imagine would be quite soon. I mean, it's 8 o'clock, but it's been quite damp. It's been quite wet recently, so you know, ground and everything is a bit wet, shall we say.
Yeah.
So what we shall do is I'm going to head back and unload this wagon and just start to go back to Dave's tonight, which is a slight issue because Dave wants it back, and it means that because we predicted, guys, that we would go down into the last field tonight. That's not happening.
No. Which is quite annoying, but you know.
Yeah, it just means that when Matt fills up and I have to unload our Marston trailer, that Dave's going to be using his trailer, and it means that he's going to have to wait for me to get back, but can't have everything.
No, that's it.
Now, whether we have got it advertised, we put out another advertisement reminder earlier, whether anyone wants some straw from the other field, you know, to get baled. So maybe in another vlog you might see the baling of that field plus obviously some of the other field. But who knows, so far no one wants the straw from it, so at the moment it's going to be chopped. They have till about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, otherwise it will be chopped.
Indeed.
And there's nothing that, you know, we can do about that once it's once we're harvesting it. It's too late then.
That's right.
Alright.
Every farmer would know that once you start harvesting, that's it.
Exactly, and you know, the chopper has to be taken off manually, you know. That's why we lost downtime today, because we had to take the chopper box off the back and then obviously allow it to just drop the straw to the ground. So the chopper box had to come off. so we lost time on that. And then if, you know, we don't put it all back on probably in the morning now.
Yeah.
I want to get it done tonight. So we are knackered. We have been working all bloody day, cultivating and everything. And Matt's been in that combine since about 12 o'clock.
And it's now 8 o'clock, so almost 9 hours? 8-9 hours?
Yeah, easy. I mean, by the time you get back to the yard, I mean, I'll try and pick you up in a minute.
Yeah.
When I get back to the field, that's when I'll turn the camera off. But yeah, I just dropped this trailer back at Dave's for him. So he said he wanted it back tonight, so...
I don't think he's there at the moment, is he?
No idea, but he said he wanted it back tonight no matter what, so that's what we shall do. He's been nice enough to lend it to us.
He has indeed.
Keep him, and he's helped us out, so...
Well, it's a tit for tat, isn't it? He helps us, we help him.
Exactly. Now, unfortunately, guys, I'm trying to do this in the dark, so it's hard to see the gate post, and you think with half decent lights you'd be able to see, but like I said, this trailer is so bloody tall and big. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, but we've done it. Alright. To Dave's, then we're going to pick Matt up and see where he got to after we left. And we'll end the vlog there. So we're going to go back, enjoy some TV for an hour, and then hit the hay, as they say.
We'll hit the straw.
Yeah.
We're gonna hit the straw.
Alright. Well, I'm at Dave's now, basically, and it's round the corner.
Nice one.
I wonder if he's left his gate open or whether I have to unlock it. No, it's open.
That's good.
Indeed. I will just
Right. I've just finished another pass. I think what I'll do is I'll park the combine up. I'll line it up with the next pass, and then I'll shut her off.
Yeah, well, I'm on my way to try and pick you up.
Decent.
I just dropped his wagon off. So yeah, that's Dave's sheep farm, by the way, guys. He is home, his lights are on, unless it's just his family and he's out, but... He knows I was dropping it off. He was the one that told me to drop it off, so if he's wondering who's in his yard, it'll be me. Right. Yeah, I am on my way. You'll probably see my lights in a minute.
Decent.
Alright, where are you at? You're over here. Alright, so there's Matt. We'll run him over. Right, we'll just jump on out a minute. But yeah, got a fair bit done. Obviously didn't get it all done like we wanted to, but hey.
No.
Unfortunately it's not gone to plan. But yeah, me and Matt's done a bit doing what they're doing. Don't enjoy the rest of the evening and then be back out here tomorrow hopefully, as long as it doesn't rain.
Well, it shouldn't do.
Hopefully not. It's not forecast anyway.
Nah, that's right.
Anyway, we will catch you later, guys.
Indeed.
Probably the next one you see it. And then I say probably, just who knows what could happen in a day. We will be we're going to take the camera out again tomorrow and hopefully be bailing this field, or Matt will be anyway. And yeah, we'll catch you guys later.
Catch you later, everybody.
Bye for now.